Hello guys, it's Kelly here, and I look like I've got a double chin. I've got the computer sat at a funny angle. Whispering again because Elijah and Shiloh to my left and Liam to my right, and Liam's got to be up for work in work for 8:30 tomorrow, so I need to be a bit quiet. So if you're here, please give us a like, let us know that you're here. Amber's here, so it's just flagged up that one person is here, so I know Amber's here. So if you're here, hello, wave, whatever it is that you can do on the other side. I need to start getting all pro with all of this stuff, even though I'm sitting on my kitchen floor whispering because my boys are asleep and Liam's got to be up for work tomorrow. So hello guys, and this will be on my YouTube after I finished here live, so you guys over on my Crackbook get the intermission first. Obviously then this goes over onto Twitter, and then my uploaded onto YouTube, and then YouTube gets shared out onto hopefully my website blog, and then YouTube, no not YouTube, then LinkedIn, and then out to all the social medias again. So if these messages matter to you, then just give us a like, let us know that you're listening, let us know that it's worth doing, let us know that my time is worth being here. And then obviously for people who are then watching this on YouTube, I'm interacting with people on Crackbook. Apparently I could probably run my YouTube at the same time, so then my YouTube channel can go live at the same time. So anyway, there's been I know it was my birthday today, but hang on a minute. But there's been a case that has gone through the courts, and is to do with opening up the family courts because of a case that's buried down in all of the shenanigans that go on in the family courts with, removing children and parent alienation, denied contact. And one particular case is one of a rape case. Now, there is going to be so many people jumping on this, and there's going to be so many people calling it feminist movement and man-hating movement. The fact is that the family courts is a massive, massive, massive big section of everything. There is a family court in every single city and town, and within this is bundles and bundles and bundles of cases, and each case in its own merit stands alone. And the only way we're going to open up this family court the way that we need to is for each individual court case to penetrate it. So please let people's individual cases come through. And this case is linked to Rotherham's. What these men did to these women was barbaric, and they have every right to their justice. So please leave them in peace. Please let them have their justice. Please don't jump on them on the bandwagon with any form of maliciousness unless you have absolute vital evidence that this is not a true case. Then I suggest you read the facts of the case, and if you would want to troll somebody who's been through what this particular case has, then you're pretty vile people. So the fact is, what it's done is it penetrated the family court, so we're in. Now, unfortunately, that means our July awareness campaign needs to fast forward very quickly, and it needs to start now. So I basically told every person in forced adoption exposed community, in family courts community, to basically get ready for the day that it goes dump. And that meant that what you needed to do, if you're somebody who's in the same boat as me and you've been sitting here listening, doing what I've been asking, then right here, right now, you should be sitting there with, lovely bundle all ready to go. And hands up, I'm not. It's still all in the cupboard. But obviously, I need to get you guys through the door to prove that this is a bigger problem than just individual cases. And that matters, and I can put it all together when I need to. So, and I don't really have the space to do so. As you can see, I'm sitting here on the floor in my kitchen. My son he's got work tomorrow, so he's got to be at work by 8:30 tomorrow, and the boys are asleep in bed, so I'm sitting on the kitchen floor whispering, and we live in a 1-bedroom house, so, and Dean's away, so things are a bit crazy. It's not as if I have this office space and everything to do this. So basically, I'm just going to be putting out to say that the July awareness campaign needs to start now. If you are not ready, this is what I'm asking you to do. Write a synopsis of your case, put it together in an affidavit, write your witness statement for what it is that has gone on within your case. Put this together as if it was a press release, and then I want you to release it straight away to every single complaint level within your area, from multi-agency all the way through. And I want to make sure that you are right in there, that when this court opens, they go sniff, 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 and there is all this stuff around your case, and have your papers ready with EMPs, MPs, everything ready to go. And if you do this, then we've done it, and it's over, and we can all get on with our lives next year and just have a party, and get our justice, and potentially get our kids back, because orders can be overturned if they were illegal. So I can certainly get mine overturned. So anyway, if you're here, give us a bit of a wave, say hello, let me know who's here. Let me know how your day's been. It'd be lovely if you did actually interact with me. Let me know. I mean, I've had birthday cards, and it's been quite a lovely experience to actually have people. I got another one today as well, just to say on my birthday cards, from my cousin. So prayer to all my cousins. I would love to, my cousins, by the way, the ones that sent me these, Angie and David and family, they're all into their stock car racing and things like that. And I'd love them to have a proper farm and like a proper wareshed and stuff, to like have a proper blown business, so they can actually take something that's a hobby to a proper sustainable, probably really wealthy, business. But I got this in there as well from Angie. It says, don't let anyone dull your sparkle. So yeah. So, and that's all from my cousins. So a massive big prayer and a cheer to my cousins, your cousins, everybody's cousins out there in the world. And just to remember, like, I was one of these girls that grew up from, like, as a baby to about the age of 11, before my dad and ex-stepmom separated. And I lost my dad's side of the family, because it was my dad's side of the family that really did this, and my mum's actually. And every birthday and Christmas and things like that were always with your cousins and your uncles and aunts. And I always grew up with jelly and ice cream and birthday cake parties with my cousins and school friends and things like that. So I always grew up with a lot of birthday cards and a lot of presents and a lot of gifts. And my birthday was celebrated because we were part of a family that celebrated our birthdays, do you know what I mean? So, but then when I was 11, that stopped, because I haven't seen, well, I have seen my cousins, but I didn't grow up with my cousins, and I didn't see them for a very long time. It was only because of Crank Book that we've managed to get together and talk and things like that. So it was really, really, really lovely to actually get birthday cards coming through the door. So again, a massive, massive, massive big thing. I say the first order that came through. So to my Aunt Alison and all my aunties and all your aunties and everybody's aunties, a massive big blessing. May everybody's aunties, whatever you're going through, whatever your health problems are, whatever your material problems are, money problems are, may all the aunties in the world rock it and be blessed and count their blessings. And apparently it is tradition in Amber's family that I have to count 41 blessings of things that I'm grateful for. So I'm going to do that in a bit. So thank you to Bernadette for the happy birthday. That's fantastic. What is it? LLNP. You'd have to remind me. LLNP. Legal something. I thought that was, but happy birthday, LLNP. Come on, brainwash me, or I have to Google. So yeah, if you are here, just say hello and let me know who's watching, who's here, who's stalking. I remember once I went down to a fracking site and I bumped into a couple down there, and they said when they're all cozied up in bed at night that they like to put my lives on and sit and watch my lives together. And I thought that was really cute because I'd gone like miles and ended up on a fracking site and met this couple. So I thought that was like, yeah, really sweet. So yeah, so first birthday card from my Aunt Alison. So big up to all the aunts out there, and to the uncles, because of course it comes from my uncle as well. So to all of my uncles, I have quite a lot of uncles that I don't have relationships with, and blessings. And I hope this year brings us closer together. Maybe, who knows? Lots of uncles around would be great. Especially as I'm down here where they all are, or most of them are. And then I got a card from the North Wales Extinction Rebellion guys, and I feel really elated to get that, because that tells me that in July, or maybe even now, that Aaron and Faye's pictures will be at the bottom of the hill where the psychological person lives. So Dr. Maya Edwards, the stand will be in Bangor again, and the fact that they sent me a birthday card makes me feel really like, I don't know, a little bit special, a little bit that people are watching my back, that that people really do care about, what's happened to my family, and standing the way that we're choosing to stand at the moment. And then I got a bunch of flowers and a beautiful card from the guys of the Yellow Jackets that carry the forced adoption banner. And, they work really, really, really hard, going out every Saturday. I know Paul doesn't always get out because he needs a van, and he's been having problems with the police, and camping is not easy when, you stand in the ground. So, to all the Yellow Jackets, please, please, please go along to one of the Extinction Rebellion training, because you'll learn a lot that's going to help you on whatever side. It doesn't really matter what side people are on, please. Like, I'm not into this left-rightism, Green Party, Liberal Party, political party, whatever bullshit. I'm into human beings, spiritual beings having a human experience, that are being downtrodden on and beaten down and being put through the absolute mill, and they don't have the tools, the education, the skills, the weaponry in certain ways, and we live under a false lie of a world that we've all been brainwashed and mind controlled, manipulated, and it's accept it. It's not a problem. It's not a problem to say that what a fucking muppet we've been, because we don't know any different, because literally we come into this universal world through the womb and uterus of our mother, and then we come straight into a systematic world in a hospital. And there's very, very, very few people who are born under home births and live what I call the free range life, because the moment we come into the hospital, we're literally put with a tag, and we're put in the system, and we have a birth certificate, and then we register our rights, and then we're in the education system, and straight away we're then into the farming industries and into employment bracket. And until somebody goes, excuse me, like, why do you believe what you believe? Where do your belief systems come from? Until somebody just holds you and says, like, seriously, like, just stop and have a look in the mirror and have a really, really good look at yourself and just ask yourself, like, this residual world that you are living in right now, this paradigm that you're in, like, why do you believe the things that you believe? Like, why do you get up every day to put a uniform on your child, to put them into school and then pick them up later? Why do you do these mechanical machinery things? Now, I'm not saying there aren't positives to the education system. That's not what I'm here to say. I'm asking you why you do it. Do you do it because it comes from your true core values that you want to give your child this education, so therefore you're entrusting teachers to teach your children science, maths, English, you know, how to count, how to do that, and you're going to put them into this education system to come out into this great employment? You choose this. What I'm asking you is, why do you have this belief system? Where does this belief system for you come from? Is it something that you wake up and make that personal choice every day? Because if you don't, then you have a choice to make a different choice. And that's what I'm here to sort of say to you, that you have a DNA blueprint that exists in you already. I said this week that, because it was Mental Health Awareness Week, that there was a bunch of coaches that were willing to coach for free. You know the campaign side of me, this is the coaching side of me. I'm willing to give you this for free without packaging it up into some form of CD book, something that you buy, come along, speak and pay lots of money to listen to me speak. I'm just giving it to you. So what I'm basically telling people, that the mental health label that you're living in is good because you want to obtain mental health. Everybody wants to obtain complete true mental health. Everybody wants to obtain complete true, use the word enlightenment. If I use the word enlightenment, people go wah, 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 one world order, and all that sort of stuff, you know, Freemasonry and stuff like that. But self-actualization, you know, at the end of the day, we all full potential here on earth. Every single one of us wants that for ourselves. If you bring a child into the world, why would you bring a child into the world to say, hey, I'm going to raise you only half of your potential? I'm not even half of your potential, a tenth of your potential. That's just seems a bit to me. You know, if you bring a child into the world, you're bringing a child into the world to say that I want you to be happy, healthy and thriving, and I want to enable you to be your full potential. You want your child to be your full potential. And it's also a lot of this stuff going on, all this sort of stuff, is a lot of the youth are rattled, a lot of the youth are wearing hoodies, a lot of the youth don't know themselves. They don't have environments to work in anymore, because there's none of this getting a job when you were 13 and raising your own money and buying your own trainers and all this sort of stuff. And there's not much, this, you know, it's challenging out there for the youth right now. And, you know, both parents are working, they're not there for the kids anymore. Just accept it. There's no point fighting it and projecting and, you know, resisting that you may be fucking up your children in some way. You know, we all do. We didn't get a rule book on being a parent and a home and all this stuff. Nobody taught us how to make money. And, you know, most people turn to the benefit system because they have no idea how to make 10, 20, 30, 40 pounds. They don't have the skills. We don't have the skills. Or there's something that stops you because you don't even know what you want to do, or you just don't want to be part of this mechanical machine. So, you know, all I'm asking is, if you're being labelled with all of these bipolar, borderline personality, mental health labels and things like that, ask yourself first, do I drink enough water to fill my body with the level of water that it needs to work in co-symbioticness with the universe of my physical body? My legs are going dead, guys, just 2 seconds, I've got to move my ankle up. And then you have to ask yourself,
Do you eat the level of fruit and veg? Don't forget that in our world now, that 5 fruit and veg is absolutely barbaric. You know, it's monocidal. It's GM cropped. Blah 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 blah. So you'd have to, you know, take your multivitamins and add a few more bits. But you know, so are you drinking enough water? Are you eating enough fruit and veg? Are you getting the right stuff for your body? Are you getting enough activities? Are you doing at least 5 things that you love? I challenge every single one of you here right now who's willing to sit and listen to whatever ramble I go on to take something from me today and go and try 2 things. Go and try it once. If you don't like it, give it another go. If you don't like it, don't do it again. Wipe it on the list. But keep going and trying 2 things a week that you've never done before, and until eventually you find something that next week you want to be really good at, next week you want to get even better at, the week after that you want to get excelling, that you want to grow in, advance in, and you want to wake up every day because you are willing to put the level of practice, dedication, discipline, hard work. I'm not talking about an easy life. I'm talking about hard work, real true hard work and hard graft, and failing miserably sometimes, and falling on your face and getting up and trying to do something that is so out of your just comfort zone and it just falling to pieces is sometimes some of your greatest blessings. And tomorrow, actually, I've got a car booked from Enterprise because I promised the boys at Christmas, and Greg Dean did, and we promised the boys we would take them to monster trucks, and they're only here in England twice a year, and obviously Dean and I aren't together, and I just want to get away from here for a bit and just go and do something that probably against everything that I stand for, probably not environmental friendly, probably not people friendly, but my son loves monster truck. I can't afford it. I'm not even going to jinx myself and just take that back. I can afford it. The money is here. And by doing this, it's going to advance my money. I shouldn't jinx myself. I have to practice what I preach. So, you know, I don't know if it's going to work though because of the situation with the tyres and shit. So, and I can't find my driving licence. It's here somewhere in this house. So, you know, it's coming into summertime. And what we talk about can be depressing in itself. I talk about state kidnap. I talk about paedophilia. I obviously share videos of paedophilia hunters. It can rattle people's cages. People don't want to hear it. But, you know, people have a right to be free from situations that they don't necessarily realise that are not good for them, or are not in their best interest, or have never had an opportunity to get out of that situation. And it's okay to not be okay, which has been my message for Mental Health Week, but it's also okay to not want to be okay in a situation and leave that situation, whatever that situation may be. And if somebody is doing something to you that violates your physical, mental, spiritual boundaries, then you have a right to set that boundary and leave. And we do have a problem here in the UK of what are classed as immigrants and others that are being human trafficked, imported, sold into sex slave, into industries, and they are put out on the streets for begging, they are sold into prostitution, nasty things do happen. And back to this case, you know, children are conceived of rape. So I ask you to be very, very, very sensitive about this case that's managed to open the door. And please, please, please let these women have the justice they need. And please remember that that is just literally one corner of the picture. It's not even the central, it's just one corner, just like everybody else's pieces. But together, as we piece this together and we open the door to the family courts, we will open up many cases of people who've different stories, different cases, pretty much all getting the same psychological assessments and diagnoses from trauma. All diagnoses stem from trauma.
We wouldn't be sitting under mental health if we were not classed as trauma. My son actually said today that it's okay, Mum, to have mental health issues, you know, and he seems to believe that I should be sitting under the mental health, but it's only when I talk about doing this stuff. And, you know, I do believe that we have to get the core of this out now, and we have to help those who have been through sexual, physical, emotional trauma from healing. And the way that you heal, this is what people pay a lot of money for. You can't change what's happened to you. You can't change and control other people. The only thing that you are in control of is what it means to you. And when you change your perspective on what it means to you, you change the way you manage the trauma. And by doing that, you set yourself free from the guilt and shame and embarrassment and hurt and loss and grief and change that you were forced to go through. Because when you change what it means to you and forgive yourself for going through that circumstance, then you set yourself free to continue to live without the trauma triggering you or taking away or fragmenting you as an individual and as a person, and still become whole. And one of the problems with trauma is it's like a smashing glass, and it causes blisters and bruises and sore points, and it causes us to trigger and project. And by doing that, we are constantly in reactive mode all the time, and it becomes quite, you know, and it can alienate us from people and worlds and outsides, because we're constantly in this reactive situation that other people can't see, and we can take it out in different manners. For me, the way that I controlled my way of doing things was I ran, I trained, I went to the gym, I, you know, did things in making sure that I hit I was very goal driven, and I really pushed and pushed myself to build myself up in myself. And what that did was cause a Humpty Dumpty fall, and I had to build myself back on from my knees, ending up in prayer and building myself up in my true higher self, I would say. So when you, within the coaching world, one of the problems that I have is it's very personal centered driven, and no person, you know, through Christ who strengthens you, Jesus rocks and all that shit. I'm not here to preach and teach you about my beliefs. You have to find that yourself. You know, faith cannot be taught. It's a place that you have to come to find yourself. And no church, no person, no preacher, no evangelist, no person can tell you what path you have to take.
Well, the first homeless welcome I went to was in Oslo.
Hey, I want to tell you about this quickly. It's just flashed up because my internet's been freezing. In Wales, they've got a homeless football team thing. I wanted to share it out, actually. I'm going to have to get Amber to Google it because it's going to come back up again, and I don't want it to knock me out again, but now my screen, seriously, my fucking computer's a nightmare. Yeah, so the only problem is I'm going back camera. I was going to do a fundraiser today, but I fucking hate asking for money. I really, really, really do. If people want to bless me with shit, they can do that through their own thinkings. And I know most people are just as broke as me. But the only way I can make some money is to sort my camera out, so I'm gonna have to sort that out tomorrow. But if people do want to do a fundraiser, the reason I didn't do this fundraiser is because we use a software called Stripe, and one thing that I don't like about Just Give, GoFund, and all these other things is they're charging massive amounts of money to take off of people. So if Amber can actually just put it under there, I got payment for 30
pounds off. It's one of my personal friends through campaigning, who I've known since 2013, or since the beginning. And she put £30 in to help out with this van that we got ripped off for, that we were going to get for me to get out on the road and stuff like that. But anyway, for my birthday, there's quite a few things that I need. I basically want to do a documentary of this. I want to do a full proper documentary that we can have commissioned to, you know, proper going out there. I've also got my book launch for the July 21st, and I've got to get things ready for all of that sort of stuff. I've got my own case going on. I've got to move from here. I need to be in transportation. I need to be on call for if a parent or baby is being taken. I need to be able to get there. I need to be able to have Amber coming over. She's probably going, she just mentioned me coming over, but that's like £800 for her ticket to get her over here. I need to be able to live in an environment where I can work to the full capabilities on the phone, working this properly, pushing this through, because what is going on in this system does need to come to an end. It's simple as that. What's going on is wrong. There is a better way. So it's 20 minutes left for my birthday. If you do listen to this and you do want to help, whether it be that while I'm on the road, you can maybe offer somewhere safe for me and the boys to stay, or helping out. I'm going to be talking to Express. I'm already talking to them already, actually, to help all of you actually get to where we need to go. With XR, we're bringing everything to you, so there's no reason that you have to go anywhere else. There is a base for you in your town, city, wherever you go. The step up ones will come over soon, so it's going to take us quite a while to sit there building all of these pages, and I need coordinators. But the thing is, the true core and ethics needs to come through, and there is going to be a lot of boundaries, because to do this the way that it needs to be done, you know, there's so much paperwork, there's so much methodical, and it needs to come in such a way. And a lot of people get paid a lot of money to do this, and obviously we don't get paid anything. You know, the child abuse inquiry costs billions. I haven't been given billions to do this, so I'm up against billions and billions of pounds, guys, scrimping around to pay nappies for my kids and milk, and you know, just getting, like, seriously, like, I get people's cast off, which is really great, but it means that things are faulty and they crash quickly. And I've got the internet and the phone bill to pay. I did initially get the phone up so people could call more, but there's this hour thing on BT. It's really annoying, and I spend like 3-4 hours a time on the phone to parents, so that's a must. You know, camera is a must, phone is a must, especially when we're dealing with the police, especially because I've got my kids out. I've got to get some recording equipment. I've got to get some cameras sorted out. You know, I can't keep hiring cars and stuff when I need to get to places. Buses are completely out because you cannot travel with two kids. It worked really well this time, but I'm having to pay more money for Elijah as a 3-year-old when I might as well just hire a car and be in control of going where I need to go. So I'm hoping to bypass the Yellow Jackets tomorrow. It depends what time Monster Trucks kicks off properly. So I've got a 2.5-hour drive to North Wales, and I'm hoping to South Wales, and I'm hoping to pick up with one of the people who's going to help write this core program and go and catch up and get this done. So, you know, that is, you know, if I was in, let's just say, right, Adoption UK, to move buildings, and they are doing a fundraiser for £6 billion. And people have a problem with me needing pens, papers, printers, the internet, website. I've lost your website because of maintaining the costs, because it costs hosting, yearly costs, monthly costs, daily costs, weekly costs, the email costs, you know, stickers costs. I want to be able to get all of our stickers up and stuff. I want to be able to put the rebrand for Families Reunited and move into the solution, and get the information leaflets, get things out, get you guys out, get you guys branded up, get you guys in to do this, meeting up with you guys, getting you guys trained, getting you guys prepared, getting you guys ready. So when you stand to give your testimony, you can stand, and even if your voice shakes, you will stand with your truth, your integrity, and you will understand the situation that you're in. And I need to do this for us. So what we decided was using all of, and loads of people use GoFundMe. So, you know, I have every right. Some people even do it to buy fucking houses. As long as people believe in your story and people believe in you and they know you're not frauding and they know it's going to a good cause, people are happy to sponsor and give to people. So I'm needing to sort things out to do this to a better scale that I could do for you if I had the tools and equipment to do this. So if you do want to help, I don't really want to be thinking about who can't and who could be helping and, you know, getting upset about all this sort of stuff. So it just is, if you want to, please do. If you don't troll me for asking. I don't need the stress. You know, I've got rent and bills to pay, and it's either that or I'll go and get a job. And this information I can package up. Please go and Google Tony Robbins, put his prices in. I'm better than this man, and, you know, go and Google many other things. And, you know, I am top of my field as a coach. It's just that I choose to work with people who live on the streets, drugs, alcohol, people who've had their kids taken, and I would love to work with you one-on-one. But you can't afford my fees. I would love to set up workshops and seminars for you, but the minimum cost I could charge you is £97 per person, minimum, because of what it costs to set up an event for what we do. Minimum £97, and that's just you coming with other people. And because of the nature and sensitivity, I don't necessarily feel that people can work in such workshops. But what I could offer, and I'll have a think about it, but it depends how much commitment I get from you guys. What I could offer is maybe doing it in a workshop environment where you learn Section 47s, Section 7s, Section 20s, all these things, what the processes are, and see if the job centre could probably even do this, because they've got side rooms. So, and then maybe have somewhere where you can go into a side room to talk about cases. But again, I couldn't do this without putting prices on it, and people are going to have a go at me. And that's because I can't beg and borrow for room space, people coming out, legal people. And I know through this whole corporate world exactly how much it costs for room hire per table, for all of the facilities that need to be set up, the equipment based stuff like that. And literally whenever you do workshops, that's how it works. And then it goes up in price scale per standard. But I believe, in fact, we'll start it here in Portsmouth. In fact, there's a couple of rooms over here in the hub. So if anybody is willing to get to Portsmouth, then I am willing to book the halls, book the things, and do it in a way where we put together there and then. In fact, we can come together as a mind group to say how we want to bring through all the ideas. So we could maybe do this in a few levels where we talk about social services as a whole, so adult and children's social services and mental health, all of that, just all of it. And do it like that. So if people are interested, something like that, I'm still going to again have to maybe ask people to put money in. But if you're doing it from me as a coaching point of view, then I need to do this to a level that makes you work to a level that goes even higher than that. So if you were going through the job centre, I would have to charge the job centre £97 per person. So I'm choosing to do it for free. So I'm not asking £97 per person, am I? So, you know, if people want to, I don't know, maybe come and meet me when I'm somewhere and go for a coffee and you pay for the coffee, or go for a sandwich, and maybe if I've got some money, I'll pay for your sandwich, who knows.
you know, I'm going to be helping people out because I'm going to have to work. I'm going to have to set up as a company. I'm going to have to set up as a charity, and I'm going to have to bring in levels of money that is equating people having to jump out of aeroplanes, ride on bikes, do fundraisers, and get money into the pot, because if not, you know, I can't train people, I can't get out there, I can't work this to the level that we need to get parents bringing their children home, because on Crackbook it's all over the place, and people on Crackbook are losing people's children because they are just confusing them. So I just want to bring people into a space, and I'm going to maybe try doing it on workshops and seminars and see if I can bring, actually, I probably assume he's probably even sitting here watching, but there is a guy that I can bring on. We're going to be doing a documentary together who can give you all of the advice, because he is a legal witness and he can give you all that you need to know, you know, in order to understand what process you're going through. And when you understand the process, you can understand the perspective, you can change the perspective. When you change the perspective, you can change your outcomes. When you change your outcome, then obviously you change your reality. And you know, what's in here is what brings about here. So if you're focused on losing your child, therefore you will bring about losing your child. It's a hard concept to get your head around, but fucking get your head around it really quickly. So yeah, so it's 10 minutes to the end of my birthday, and it's been a really blessed and loved day. I feel really loved. I feel that I can't actually say that I don't have family and friends, because today people have proved that actually I have family and actually I have friends. I've even been on and off the phone and email to Dean today as well, which has been really nice, even though I ended up with him throwing his dummy out and putting the phone down. But he's on tour in Liverpool at the moment, so he's out there smashing his art, DJing, MCing, dancing. He's not going to be on tour next year. He's putting his booklet and all his LP and stuff together. He's got his album coming out in the summer. I think me and him I've got my book out and he's got his album out at the same time. So hopefully, we said we would build a school. I don't like that word school, but that's what we said we would do. We'd build a permaculture sort of eco school and healing school and stuff like that. So, yeah. 10 minutes to the end of my birthday. So has anyone got any questions? Actually, I've never done this before, but as I got sort of 10 minutes from doing an hour, I said I'd do an hour each night for Mental Health Week and this coaching. I'm not doing it because obviously I'm whispering, so if I was taking you for a full-blown hour, I'd have you jumping up and down, doing your exercises and everything. You'd get elastic bands for every time you've got bad behaviour. In fact, I do quite a lot of stuff with you. But in fact, let me just have a look, and I don't really get to see some comments. I can see that somebody has loved and a couple of people have liked. Always got Amber stalking. No, Paul from XR. Oh, maybe I got, hang on. It's from XR London. What was from XR London? Oh, hello, Oliver. Oh, Lisa's here. So, Lisa, I'm heading up your way tomorrow. So, yeah, if you're here, and thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing my birthday with me. It's been lovely, actually. My banner's on the floor, actually. The banner over at the park today with all of the kids. So we went over there for a bit today, but it's one of them caged in parks and you can't take photographs of your kids over there. My phone's not working anyway. It's all rule ridden, but we went over and we painted and the boys did a happy birthday mum banner and things like that, and the kids all got involved and we did some handprints and stuff, which was really cool. Liam doesn't do birthdays since all of this. He's not there yet. And Dean is away, and I think I pissed him off. So, but yeah, thanks for the flowers and thanks for the cards. And yeah, my cousin said, "Don't let people dull your sparkle." So I suppose we just needed to sparkle. So what my message today was, because don't forget it's for all the youth, the message through Step Up, and that is Future Friday. So Friday, well, is it everybody's once you do something, hashtag people changing stuff. So we've got Future Friday and Friday Future. So what do you want to be good at this time next Friday? And that's what I'm going to leave you with for the last 6 minutes of me being on pretty much an hour, and it will be the end of my birthday at midnight. In fact, actually, if I want to do it 24 hours, I think I was born at 3:17 or something in the afternoon. So officially, if we go 24 hours, cosmic, then my birthday still goes on until 3 o'clock next day. So I also know that it's my sister-in-law's birthday today, so wish Celine a very happy birthday today as well. Also, we share the same birthday today as Dean's sister. And I do believe New Kids on the Block birthday today. I think there's a few people's birthdays today. I can't remember. I remember there being quite a famous birthday on the 17th of May. And yeah, there's a few other things, but please, these cases, as each individual case comes in to push through, please be sensitive to the nature of their cases. You don't know the cases, you weren't there. Nobody's got the right to troll anybody's cases. It takes a lot of bravery to bring your case from a secret court outside so people can have a look and expose yourself in such a way that, one, puts your children at risk if you have children at home, and two, puts you at risk from getting your children back, because by highlighting what's going wrong in the family courts, you're violating an 18th century law that gave people the right to a private life. And please remember, if a child has been through abuse, they have a right for the public not to know about this. But one of the big problems is if people are identifying matters that withdraw to a complaint, the independent complaints procedures should be allowed to come into the court to deal with the matter. But it doesn't matter which angle it's coming from. And this is where it's going wrong. So even if you complain to the ICPC, or you complain to the police authority, local police authority, or you've complained through the Health Care Commission, or through the, in Wales, it's the Healthcare Commission, or whether even in Ombudsman, even to that level, once it's in front of a judge, they don't have any authority to come in and actually oversee it. Everybody goes, it's in the judge's hand. And then the problem is even if you've got upheld complaints, they're not being then submitted into the courts, and they have to be submitted in. And this is why we do need to actually investigate the family courts, because there's a subsection of major corruption and child trafficking going on. There's incompetence going on. There's the fact that children are a commodity and a profitable product in the family courts. And also, children shouldn't be sitting on a judge's laps to be given new identities and celebrating their adoption. It's a bit sick. So I've sort of had a bit of enough of it. So yeah, I have no idea how many people are here. It only tends to sort of say that 2 or 3 people are here, and then when I have a look, there's 2 or 3, like 200 or something like that. It doesn't end of it to go further. I've got lockdowns and all sorts of things on me, and I think people are a little bit scared to share, because I can come across as a bit of a rah sometimes, and because I express that I get overloaded because of being Asperger's, and because I'm coping with a lot, and because I'm being a mother, and being a mother to my older boys, and still battling with my own case. I still have never got the help that I've been asking for, and I will be putting my bundle in my car not my car hire, as I head off to Wales tomorrow, and hopefully I can get some bits looked at, and at least know what forms I'm having to deal with. We have to learn as we go, trial and error. But when somebody can open the door like this, there's always a model. So whatever steps somebody has taken, there's always something we can do. So now every single one of us can follow the same footsteps, and that now will open it up, and that's what I'm asking you all to do. So basically just look at what's going on about this family court, look at what processes were followed, and do exactly the same with your case. I've got messages coming through on Crackbook. So yeah, you know, if these are of interest of you, please do share them out, like, comment, follow. It's literally 1 minute to the end of midnight, and it's the end of my birthday, and I hope you all had a very blessed day. I hope that you've taken something from me that is going to help your life in some way move forward to keep on keeping on, I suppose, because I suppose I'm here at the moment for people who can't get their heads off the pillow, who are battling with suicide, battling with depression, battling with their demons, battling with their guilt, battling with their shame, battling with their, you know, loneliness and isolation, and we're just all here keeping each other going at quite a challenging time, while also sort of telling the system that, you know, the way that you're dealing with the systems that support people like us, you think you're helping, but actually you're hindering us, and you're hindering us to a level that is deemed emotional, physically abusive. And as much as we do need some help, that's not the help that we need. And it's about time that that particular system is 10, 15, 20 years behind times, and the old has to go. It has to go, especially within the, you know, psychiatricness and you know, medication and you know, using some CT scanning and all this sort of stuff. You know, people just need to have someone to talk to sometimes, and Crackbook gives us a way to just maybe get out of our heads, talk, and yes, people can say, oh, that woman's got mental health. I'm dealing with grief, for fuck's sake. You know, my kids were ripped from my fucking womb and, you know, taken from my life, and I had a birthday today with 2 children missing, well, 3 children missing, because Daniel was at work, and, you know, and I should feel whole, and at 41 I should be feeling very complete with my family, and pottering around my home that I've built over years and years and years of my children's footprints, and head scales on the doors, and, you know, things that, you know, we've accumulated over the years, with my husband still annoying me at putting the toilet seat down. And, you know, because of what social have done, my life has just gone, and now I'm back in this situation, you know, 41 in a 1-bedroom flat, when I've come from like a 4-bedroom, 3-bedroom detached house, 4-bedroom home with 3-bedroom detached house. And, you know, and I still wanted the equestrian and the farmhouse, and, you know, the farmlands and the countryness for my kids, and the sea. And I still have dreams. Just because my life crashed, it doesn't mean that my dreams and ambitions are over. You just have to pick yourself up and get back on and start again. And you know, and it just means it's like a game of snakes and ladders, but I went wee all the way down, and, you know, and crashed right back at the fucking board just as I got to, you know, whatever. So anyway, 5th of June, Donald Trump is here, and I'm going to be challenging him to have a word. I want to know what my kids were taken, and I think he's got the answers. And yeah, go big or go home. Literally, as soon as May is over and EDS awareness is over, Trump, that's it, I'm going for it. Because literally, October 2012, I was crewing for Donald Trump at Success Resources, and then 2 months later, my kids were taken, and I fell into this world of madness. And he's here in Portsmouth, right on my doorstep. I don't need to hire a car. Well, actually, I could do with a van. I need a van, actually. In fact, I'm going to need to be right at the D-Day Centre, and I'm sending Elijah in on this one, and hopefully I'll get face to face, and I'm going to ask him publicly why. And I need all the banners and all the things that prove that I was his crew, for and not just Success Resources, Business O2 as well, and at a couple of other different business things. Why wouldn't I be? I was in, social entrepreneurs and Donald and Tony Robbins and all that sort of stuff. So why wouldn't have I got to that level? And then 2 months later, kid's gone and all of this. So I want to go and have a word with him, and I want to go and have a chat with him, and I want to bring this message together about, restoring families and driving things forward, and not about building walls, but building bridges. And I intervened on him once before, and I'll do it again. Right here on my home territory, where I was born, right standing on the place of Monty, outside the D-Day Centre, which is right opposite the place where I like to take my kids swimming. And if I do this, and I do this right, this could be the way forward for us all. And I really need your help to pull this off, because I've got the big sea behind me, and if I'm looking in one direction and Elijah and Shiloh go in another, it's straight into the sea where this is. So I'm going to need some serious hands-on people giving me a hand. And obviously the majority of people here are anti-Trump, and I'm not anti-Trump, and I'm not pro-Trump either. I just want to word with him, and I just want to find out why my kids were taken, and I want to find out what it was that I maybe uncovered from the world. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. So anyway, it's the end of my birthday. So happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you guys. Happy birthday to anybody whose birthday is tomorrow. And yeah, just remember, when you go through court, they tell you a lot of shit about yourself, and people tell you a lot of stuff about who they think you are, and you start to carry these labels that they give you. And my birthday gift again is just shake it off and let them labels go away. And when you go to bed tonight, just put your head down, and when you wake up tomorrow, just ask yourself, what can you do to serve the world, and what do you love, and what do you want to be spending your time to do? And don't live this obligatory love. Do what it is that you love to do. I love seeing the light go on in people's eyes, and I love seeing people come together in their true passion and express themselves in the way that they love to do, and have fun and be in joy. And I want to get a festival together for us all to just express ourselves, come together and get to know each other a bit more, and maybe help each other out as a bit of a community. It doesn't matter what it is, time, service, funds, I don't know. I'll probably get called a cult after 3 months of it, who knows. But and I want to come under my own banner as well. That's really important. I come under my own banner, then that way I'm in full control of what people say the core values and beliefs of it are. So anyway, I'm going to get off. It's not the end of mental health awareness yet. There's stuff going on over the weekend. I really hope I've got a camera to be able to chat to you on my road trip tomorrow, if I pull it off, because I can't find my driving licence, and I might have had problems last time I got hired, and I can't actually afford it. In fact, it's going to break me doing this, because but if I pull this off, then hopefully I can build my reputation, my social media, get myself on speaking platforms, get paid, get my book out, sell my book, get our message out even more, get our message out on different platforms, keep getting more and more of you through the door, like many other people, and other, I don't care whether you're feminist, left, right, gay, lesbian, pink, whatever. I just believe that we need change, and we all have a right to sit down and talk about our country and what we believe should be the core values and beliefs of this country, and how we should treat each other, and come up with some form of common sense. I don't want to talk common purpose, but we should be able to come together under assemblies and have a referendum and talk about the structures of our country. And we have to do this for the future of our generation and our planet and animals and population and stuff like that. So last thing before I go, please, 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 if you've had a child taken or you're separated from a child, I'm asking you to plant a tree in the name of your child, and just maybe join one of the XR teams if need be on this particular day. Come along, and the trees will be available. Obviously there's going to be a donation, and come and plant these trees in the name of your children. And even if you have a garden at home, plant a tree in the name of your child, or any family member that's not with you. Just plant a tree in their name, and just take some time to be with your roots, and yeah, come and help plant a tree, because a lot of forestry has been taken down, and we the human beings can't live without forestry. If they were to take down the forestry of Great Britain, there would be a massive big sink within, a lot of stuff. And bees, without bees we can't live. So the Lord was very clever, by the way, and Mother Earth was very clever, and the circle of life is real, and we the human beings need insects. Insects create different molecules and stuff that balance out with us, and we need plants, and we need things, and water, earth, all this stuff. So we do need to come together as a human population and talk about the future of our planet, because we don't have to have people struggling and homeless and on the streets and in these situations anymore. We are meant to be civilized enough to be able to eliminate these problems. We are educated enough, we are wise enough. We're not as great as we should be, but we have the capabilities of being better, and we can make this a better world for our youth, and we can make it a better world for us. And the way that the services are dealing with things is not great, but mental health is about social stigma. Social services, being under social services, is about social stigma. And if we can change that social stigma, and we change people's perceptions of being under social services, then we can change how we feel about being pinpointed by the services, and we can maybe embrace working with the services rather than feeling shameful and embarrassed of being within that service. And if we can make it so it's just standard that, if you're a mum who can't get to school on time because you've, crashed a car, that we can as a community bridge the gaps between the challenges that we're all having. And anyway, have a really, really, really fantastic weekend, whatever it is that you're doing just this weekend, even if it's just resting, even if it's just watching box sets all weekend and spending time by yourself and learning who you are. So not keep going out there and trying to do something, just be, and pick up a pen and draw, or do some poetry, or speak out aloud and write a song, or have a look through YouTube at something new that you don't know about, like speedboating, or parachute jumping, or I wish I was a charity I'm going to give you a whole list of things that you could come and do to fundraise for us, rock climbing, or parachute jumping, or abseiling, or bat wings, or kite jumping, or come down to Portsmouth through the summer, like seriously, because you'll have everything from windsurfing, kite surfing, skiboarding, snorkeling, jet skiing. Come down and try something new. Yeah, brilliant, come do it. But for you this weekend, read a book, read something new, read about somebody that inspires you or is doing something that you'd love to try to do. Maybe write a letter to somebody, maybe write a letter to a prisoner, write to Sabine and ask her what the fuck's going on. Write to Melanie in the mental health institutions, write to your MPs, make a ball, knit, go play basketball, go swimming, go paddle your feet in the sea, go get on a train and just get on the next train that comes in, and just go wherever it's going and spend the day there at a museum or something. Go walk along the beach, go climb a tree and sit up in a tree, have a barbecue, clean your house. But if you do that every day, don't clean your house. Make something from wood, make something from paper, paint your car, go shopping, try a new outfit on, go have a makeover, go get your hair cut, do something that makes you feel good. Just do something you love. And if you don't know who you are and what you love, get out there, express yourself, and just go a little bit beyond your comfort zones. Come along and join us at XR, and come and try something. Come and paint, come and make something, come and learn about permaculture, come and learn about dairy products, come and learn about animals, come and learn about humans, come and learn about the planet. Find out whether you love science, maths, reason, teaching. That might be one of my kids. So anyway, I'm going to go anyway because I think it might be. Catch you later. Do something you love.